Izzy,
Hello.
are you outside right now?
Oh, yeah. And I might
Excellent.
be very in and out because we have a maintenance guy putting up our new light,
Oh, yeah, no problem.
and then I'm gonna eat dinner too.
Okay. Let's just
It's a
gonna
busy evening.
it's just gonna be you, me, and Nick tonight.
Nice.
We're gonna have a good time.
I
Uh
hope so.
yeah.
It might run short.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you, but the Naked Gun meeting, it took like 30 minutes. It was
Oh,
like
wow.
yeah, it was like really short, but
Yeah, I'm feeling
it's cuz Naked
just
Gun isn't that deep of a movie. But
ah
I actually have quite a bit written for this one, so we're gonna have fun with it.
hell yeah.
How's the time change treating ya?
It's a bitch, to be
Yes,
honest.
yes, it is. I got
Well,
3 hours of sleep last night.
oh my God.
Yeah.
No, we had my company holiday party. I know it's March, but they did it on a Sunday.
Okay.
And they did like a nice steak dinner, and they gave everyone got two drink tickets, but not everyone drank alcohol, so they had extras. And
Damn.
oh my God, on a Sunday night,
Yeah.
that was rough.
Who's drinking on a Sunday night?
Oh, it was awful.
Drink during Sunday night football. But it's not even football season. So Nick,
Hello.
hello. Izzy, Nick, and I were the two in the lab today that were probably suffering the most from the time change.
Yeah.
Although Nick's wasn't just the time change, right?
Oh no, no, it was because Slay the Spire came out.
Yeah. He
No, no, just Slay the Spire.
he stayed up till 7 a.m. Sunday
Well, not
morning.
no, no. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
That from Saturday to Sunday.
yeah,
Yeah, I stayed up so late, and I just even sleeping all day Sunday, I could not recover in time for Monday. I thought I could, but I was
yeah.
wrong.
It, so today was rough for all of us, but tomorrow's gonna be better. We all watched the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, right? Izzy, question for you. Were you hesitant to watch this show?
Oh no, I had no choice.
You had no choice?
Yeah, Andrew was gonna make me watch it regardless.
Oh, is he even bigger into Game of Thrones than you are?
Ah, he doesn't watch House of the Dragon, but he likes the Night of the Seven Kingdoms and he's read the books. So,
Yeah, this one was good. So I think we were all kind of hesitant to watch this show. In like David and Rich included, because I think everyone, or at least a lot of people, have the legacy of the last half of Game of Thrones in their heads, or at least the last season, right?
uh, I'll never forgive that.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I never watched past season one, is because when I finally got around to watching Game of Thrones, the last season was coming out, and I heard awful things about it. So I was like, oh, if that's what they're doing with it. So I never watched that, never watched House of the Dragon. Probably wouldn't have thought to watch this one either, but this one was pretty good. Very short too, and also just because like Game of Thrones, it's not it's not for everyone. Like Nick was hesitant to watch it because of all the like violence and incest and rape
I
stuff
can't.
that's
I
in.
can't handle it.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not strong enough. I
yeah,
can't
so
do it.
I had to assure him that it wasn't going to be in
Dude, the
this.
fifth episode of this took me 3 sittings to get through. I had to take multiple breaks because I can't.
Didn't you accidentally start with that one?
Yes, yes, dude. Yes, yes, I
We're like,
did.
oh, it's not that bad, and then you start with
Just
that one.
immediately, and I was like, "What are they talking about? This is the worst." Yeah.
which Which
Oh my
actually,
gosh.
if you're like into violence and stuff and brutality on like any kind of level, I don't personally I don't think it was really that bad. Getting stabbed in the eye, that was kind of bad.
Dude, I don't know. It's just when it's people and it's super focused on it and it's
Yeah.
drawn out, I feel like I'm feeling it. Like I was constantly, yeah, I'm not into that stuff. So that's all it is. I think you're right. I'm just not into violence and brutality.
It's
I
like
can't handle it.
very, very,
I'm a wimp.
very empathic. I'd say
I don't know if
empathic.
it's that. I don't even know. I just can't do it. I for some reason I can't do it. And
But you were
yeah.
also talking about like the squeals of the horses when they got injured.
Dude, yeah, I
I
can't do
That
that, bro.
sucked.
that
I literally can't do that. Oh
Yeah,
my
that
god.
one I agree.
Holy
Cause,
fuck, I can't do it.
'Cause animals is different. Animals is very different.
I just can't. I can't listen to them. I know it's fake. I know that's like a
Yeah.
horse, but it's acting, you
Yeah,
know.
it's like
I know it's not actually happening, but that's the level of abstraction I have to appeal to protect my heart. I
yeah,
have
it's
to like,
like
yeah.
because then you're thinking like, what if it was a real horse? It's like, well, that's the
Dude, yeah, like
suspension
what?
of suspension of disbelief is that you're supposed to
Think it's a yeah, yeah, I know.
exactly.
I can't handle it though, and I
Yeah,
knew I couldn't, so I ditched that immediately.
yeah, that one I I understand a little bit more.
Dude, and like
Uh,
for something so frivolous, you know, like a momentary pride,
yeah,
you're gonna kill this fucking horse, dude.
yeah,
Like I can't, dude. That is crazy to me. That is just nuts.
but thankfully for you, the violence is only the one episode,
Yeah, yeah. No,
and
I watched the rest really easily.
and boy,
Except like, yeah, it was awesome.
boy, is that a an action-packed episode, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the tour, the no, not the tournament. He never got to compete in the tournament.
No.
um, what was it called? The Trial of Seven. That's what it's
Hmm.
called.
Yeah.
What did we think of the battle itself? Because we don't get to see
Realistic.
yeah, we don't get to see the whole battle. We just get to see Dunk's part of the battle,
It
right?
was very panicked and it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I,
It's
I
It
like
was
like how
done really well.
I think it captured the fog of war really well. Like
yeah,
how difficult it is to split your attention and like the tunnel vision you experience
that's right.
in these
Especially
hectic situations.
especially with the helmet on.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like,
Holy
you know, it
fuck.
was showing us his point of view a lot of the
Yeah.
time, and it was like, how does he see anything out of that little
Yeah.
slit? So that's the kind of thing that we don't really think about until we're actually shown the POV.
And just how easy it was for someone to just casually walk by and they're like, ah, fuck it, I'll hit you, and then just walk away. Like, yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy. You have no idea what's going on for the majority of your vision.
yeah.
Like,
So the battle itself was like it was pretty straightforward. It's like not like super theatrical like what we've come to know from like a lot of action shows and movies. Izzy, were battles in Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon or whatever, were they more theatrical than it was here?
I think it was pretty theatrical. Like the oh God, Andrew, what's the war on we were literally just watching the video with the wildfire.
War on drugs.
No, not the war on drugs.
Battle of the
See?
Blackwater.
Blackwater.
It's like Blackfire.
No,
That's the
that
other
one's
war. Prequel show to Game of Thrones was the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah, the one before that, that was the Blackfire Rebellion. Blackwater was from Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
so
Is there a Blackwood War? Also, yes.
Sorry.
That's just been going on for thousands of years.
Well, that war is cool. The war with the wildlings on the wall is really cool and theatrical.
okay,
That the Battle of Bastards, that one's a really big one. I think. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it, even
sure.
though at this point, come on, y'all. But
wait,
like
really quick. What do you think the rules should be? Like, how many years? And then it's like, dude, that's on you. That's on you that you didn't watch it. Like, you cannot be
mm,
pulling that
the
spoiler
book
shit.
has been out since like 2009 is the last one. So
yeah,
Good 14, 15 years. Yeah, yeah.
I
That's on you, champ. I'm
I
sorry.
like I try to be kind enough to be like considerate of everyone for that, but just not here.
Yeah, I'll keep it in, but
Yeah.
it's a very pivotal battle
I will say
for
though,
one of the characters.
Rich, he very much doesn't like spoilers, even though he will wait for like years to actually watch something.
Dude, if it's like an 80s movie, I let that shit rip. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Like,
That
come
is
on, you
just,
should
come on,
know it
dude.
at this
This is
point.
crazy. This is crazy.
So there are a lot of battles with theatrics in Game of Thrones then.
Yes.
Are there any that are like more straightforward like this? Because what I was thinking is that the impression that I get from this battle is that it's more thematic and less epic, kind of like the lightsaber duels in the original trilogy of Star Wars, and it's like more about the meaning behind the battle than the actual spectacle of it. And then like most of the spectacle is saved for the prequel trilogy when we have like actual Jedi of the Old Republic dueling, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
I can see that.
and then because of that, the battle itself I think was just okay. Like I thought it was just okay. I think I was mostly expecting more spectacle, and that was my issue, is that I didn't expect it to be so straightforward like it was.
Dude, I liked it, and I think it might be because of the order I fucking watched it in, okay? Because starting with episode 5, I already know he gets completely fucked up, you know?
Right.
And so when I'm watching him in the previous episodes, I'm already kind of predisposed to look for ways in which he might not be a very good knight, if that makes sense. Because I just
Yeah.
saw how panicked he was and kind of like unaware of, like, he knew about the risk abstractly, but I didn't feel like he felt it in his
Yeah.
bones,
Like
you know?
I was thinking about it as like an expectations versus reality thing.
Yeah, yeah, and like, cause you see that multiple times.
Yeah.
He'll, as soon as he's like, I don't want to call it daydreaming, but maybe like living with a foot in fantasy, in his thoughts
Yeah.
about what he could be. They, in the show, they would always juxtapose that with someone getting their shit kicked in. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw this, but like anytime he was like, "Man, I wonder what it's like to win or something," and in the background, it was just someone getting mogged on. You know what I mean? Who probably thought the same thing as him and
Right.
is now just gonna be a meat suit for people's entertainment.
Yeah.
And so like, I I thought it was thematically really good because it, like you said, keeps with that theme of
Yeah.
expectations meeting reality.
Yeah, and you kind of see that reality kind of dawning upon him in, what was it, maybe, was it episode 2 or 3, where he's like actually watching the jousting
Yes.
with
And
Egg,
he's
and
holy fuck. Yeah,
yeah,
Egg
he's
is
like he's
loving it.
like it's
Yes.
not what I kind of like about that scene is that, like, from what I remember, it's not really lingering on his face as he's watching it, because it's kind of focusing on both him and it's like juxtaposing his look with Egg's excitement,
Yeah.
because Egg is just he's cheering on the
Because
jousting.
he's only living as a spectator. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
He's whereas you can see on Dunk's face, he's like, this is because at the beginning he's like, oh shit, that's sick. And then you can see when he's like, that's me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
It's
like you
like
see that moment on his face. And yeah, it's fucked, dude.
it's
You
like,
know?
oh man, this is actually
This
this
is
is
real.
actually dangerous.
Yeah, yes.
So Nick, I kind of, when I was describing it to you, I because from what I had heard from Reddit, and of course we know Reddit is right about everything. Um, they said that you could kind of think about it as just a medieval period piece, and that's kind of how I described it to convince you to get to like watch it. I feel like. Do you think it lives up as a simple medieval period piece, or do you think it's hard to escape the Game of Thronesiness from it?
I'm probably the worst person to ask because I fucking bailed on Game of Thrones after
Yeah.
like season 3.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
I bailed after season 1.
okay, so similar. I don't know. I didn't really get a lot of the Game of Thronesiness.
Yeah,
Like I
like
didn't get that through. I think it was like a period piece. Like I viewed it as like
yeah,
a short story
yeah,
about this one character, and I found it really concise, and it's really just about this one small part of his tale where he dreams of greatness for a second just to have reality
yeah,
crash on him.
exactly. So I kind of agree, and it really the I feel like the only Game of Thronesiness that we get in it is the presence of the Targaryens.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, literally, yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
that's it.
the Targaryens have just existed forever.
Forever,
I
yeah.
guess, and I guess they've always been dicks, except for Egg.
No, and except for that one guy, dude. Like the dude that died with him after getting his head smashed in. I forget what his name is. But wasn't he a Targaryen?
Was he? I don't think he was. Like the guy who was like monologuing to him after the battle, and then he
Yeah.
like turns around and falls over.
Yeah, that guy.
I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm almost positive.
I don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
he is a
he
Targaryen.
because I
Oh, okay.
remember like he was like that was the brother of the son that Dunk beat the shit out of when he was fucking up the puppet lady. You know? I don't
Maekar.
know. Maybe.
Um.
Um, I don't even. I'm
Okay.
not good with names.
I
I'm good
guess
with
I missed
faces,
that
but
part.
not
They're
names.
they kind of I feel like they introduced quite a bit of characters in this story, and like
There are a lot, yeah.
if you're
And then
if
like, did you catch that the guy at the inn was Egg's older brother or something? He runs into him later. That's one of the guys he was talking to post battle.
oh Baylor,
Baylor,
Baylor.
Baylor, dude. I've used a lot of Baylors in my time.
um,
But
I
yeah.
I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah, like because Dunk when he goes to the inn the first time, the guy's like, "You, I've seen you in my dreams," and he's like, "Stay away from me." That guy, that drunk dude at the inn, was Egg's older brother watching over him, and that's when Egg escaped. Was when he was drunk as fuck, not watching him. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
Egg was able to follow him all the way over there.
Now is this the
Um,
same? Is this the same dickhead brother that Dunk fought against?
no.
Okay.
That
All right.
was
Cool.
one of his brothers, I think. Like,
There's
or
like
it was a
another one.
cousin or something. It was one or the other. I can't remember. But they were part of the same family, and even he knew that weird looking guy. Like he looked weird, right? The guy that Dunk fought. Like I like very angular face. Okay, you know who I'm talking about? That guy. Even the drunk guy at the inn knew that that guy was an asshole, and
Mhm.
he seemed like way more self aware about the Targaryen uh like pride, I
Sure.
guess.
Yeah.
Because he was like, we used to control dragons, and now what are we? Like the fall
Yeah.
from grace of the Targaryens.
Yeah. So like
And
that's something that I kind of notice is that this like if you know anything about Game of Thrones, like you know that the Targaryens are like the big, strong, powerful family that
but
exists
are
in the
they?
world.
I thought it's the
So
Lannisters. I thought it's the Lannisters, right? And then the evil one. So it's the drunk older one that's like self-aware, and then the evil angular faced one that is like super
and
sadistic.
and the angular faced one is who
The white
Dunk
hair, like
Dunk fought
yeah,
against.
yeah, the one that was
Okay.
breaking the puppeteer's hands.
And then you have Master Admin from the Wall is also related to them and Egg. Geez, everyone's related to everybody.
Hey,
Yeah, like Maester Aemon is pretty old in Game of Thrones, and he's related to Egg, and I don't
Damn.
remember the
Okay.
two older brothers, but
Okay.
he's
so like
off getting
was
his
Egg like
chains.
a king or something? Because I remember the lady that was reading fortunes.
Yeah.
They kind of like hinted that the fortune teller was accurate by her saying you will be a king, and when you die, everybody will celebrate or something like that. Do we
Yeah.
know about him in Game of Thrones?
See, I don't remember. He's not mentioned, so I
Okay,
don't
because that was
think
just very
so.
cryptic. That was
I,
cryptic as all hell, and I
I,
was like, oh,
I guess he must not be that hated if he never gets brought up.
I guess.
Um
But there's a lot of bad leaders, I guess, in Game of Thrones.
yeah.
So
But no, Nick, to what you said, this story really does bring the Targaryens down to size because everyone in this universe I think they think that the Targaryens are kind of like this indestructible force, but through this season, it's kind of revealed to everyone, if not at least the town that the battle took place in, that they can in fact be beaten.
But I feel like they may have known that because, like, and the only reason I say that is because during the first fight, the one that Dunk and Egg were watching, you know, when the shitty brother, the angular faced one,
Yeah.
knew he was scared of that joust he was in, so he killed the horse, dickhead. The whole crowd felt emboldened enough to charge the field and try to fuck him up. I don't think they would have done that if the Targaryens were seen as untouchable.
That's
Like
kind of
that,
fair.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not only that, but didn't they say later that that joust was fixed?
I don't know.
Or
I
am
just
I?
know that the dad of the angular face guy was disappointed in him as a son
Yeah.
because he was a little shit and probably dishonorable as fuck as a knight, and doing shit like that on the field instead of facing the other guy honorably. He would rather kill a horse and have it crush the guy where there's zero risk to him.
Right?
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I forget where I was going. I got so lost in my hatred of this character that I don't even remember my point. I'm sorry.
So, like, this is definitely a low point for the Targaryens and the family. He also wanted to scare the other knights since Targaryens no longer have dragons.
Have dragons,
Yeah.
right,
But
right,
definitely
right,
a low
right,
Yeah,
right.
and
right.
then
Yeah.
I don't know the full
Losers,
lore.
bro.
I don't
They're
know the
such
full lore,
losers.
but at least as far as I know, they won't have dragons again until Dany raises the dragons in Game of Thrones, and that's kind of sort of the rise of the Targaryens again, uh, because Dany
Mm,
proves to everyone that she is to an extent all powerful because she was, you know, like those scenes where she's standing in the midst of like flames without getting burned and then raising the dragons.
that is
um
badass. That's
yeah.
cool.
Izzy, does Daenerys have a downfall in Game of Thrones that
I
you
heard at
know
the
of,
end she becomes like the big bad villain, right?
other than
Other
being
than being
boring?
boring, damn.
Dang.
That might be the biggest indictment of all. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, in the books. Is she as boring in the show as she is in the books?
Show she's a lot cooler. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
she has dragons. So
That is
you
fucking
you
sick,
can't
dude.
you can't not write or you can't not write dragons and be boring. But
But
in the made up
part of
part,
the show, she goes, oh, okay,
yeah,
right,
she
right. I
she
think
goes nuts, right?
that's the part that everybody didn't like as much, I think, right? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
and then she just kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet,
Dude,
right?
it's
Right?
it's so funny how much of my lore about this is just from hearing people complain. It's not even like has nothing to do with my engagement with the show at all. It is literally just
What?
that's
I have
funny.
to like unmute of just how angry I was with what they did with Danny at the end of that stupid show.
Oh
She
man,
Wait, so who's Danny?
Daenerys.
Daenerys.
Ah,
The,
okay.
she's the Targaryen that
The
we
main one.
pretty much
Okay.
follow. Yeah, so she gets railed by Jason Momoa.
Jesus, Kai.
What?
God.
What
Is that
she?
the only thing you remember? Is that the only God?
To be fair, I
The
have
Dragon Lady.
To be fair, I have only seen season 1, and that's mostly what she's doing in season 1.
All right.
Yeah, and also,
Ooh, thank you. Thank you.
also
But
also getting her brother killed, but he deserved it.
Getting her brother killed. He deserved to die. He
Yeah.
did it himself.
Yeah, it's true. He kind of killed himself. She just didn't stop him.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, neither would I. All right, but now it's time to address the elephant in the room, or I should say, the elephant's trunk.
oh Jesus.
Sir Arlan. Dude's got a massive schlong.
For sure.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Like, did it look CGI to anyone else, or is that all natural? Does anyone think that that's who made that prop? Is what I want to know. Was it a prop?
And that was him soft as well. That was an early morning,
To be a
like
frog.
that was at half power.
That's true. And you know how
Um,
cold it gets at half power.
yeah.
You know how cold it gets in the mornings when you're camping out like that?
Very.
It's like this is supposed to be like an English-esque land, so it's a pretty cold. So that was him half cocked. But no, that is it's like no wonder he was so strong.
Was
Uh,
he though? I feel like we only saw him do one cool thing the entire. I guess we didn't really see that
he
much of him. He
saved
died
he saved
immediately.
Dunk's life. He
So.
saved Dunk's life drunk too.
That's what I mean. That was the cool thing he did. But
Yeah,
the rest of the time, he was kind of just singing. Like,
and also not answering why he never knighted Dunk.
yeah,
Is every Targaryen aside from Daenerys a huge diva?
well, like I said, there was that one cool guy. The guy that died with him was super chill. Like he
Yeah.
was such
Oh
a
yeah, that's true.
paragon of morality.
That's true.
It was really just like the cool guy's brother and his like lineage that were all shitheads.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to him, the guy that killed him, that bashed his head in, was his brother, bro. It was
Oh,
his own
really?
brother that killed him. Yeah.
Jesus.
Like what the fuck? Because his brother was mad that he was fighting against him, his own son, in it, and he took Dunk's side. He was mad about that,
Oh, wow.
even though his son was being a little bitch.
That deepens this
Yeah,
quite a bit.
yeah, it was assholes, dude.
The last king in House of Dragon was a good king, but he was probably the last sane one. We just didn't do shit. It's probably for the best. But Daenerys too she was pretty alright until she went nuts, right? The theme that I'm gathering here is that not canon to me. The theme here is that I'm gathering is that the boring Targaryens are the good ones.
Dude, that's a theme in life. It feels like
It's
the
true.
boring politicians are usually the good ones. You know, like
That's fair. So the comedy of this show, this is a pretty funny show, right? Like it has its comedic moments.
yeah, I
Um,
feel like it's a comedy in the same way like old plays are comedies. You know,
yeah, like Shakespeare's
they're like
comedies.
tragic. Yeah, they're like tragic and ironic
Yeah.
and yeah.
Um, like especially because the Game of Thrones universe, as we all know, is very dramatic and dark. So this is kind of like a little bit of a light in a in a universe that's very devoid of it, and we're kind of shown this immediately in like the first episode because as we see after Dunk buries Sir Arlan, like it's the music is building up to the main Game of Thrones theme song, and then it just cuts to Dunk taking a shit behind a tree.
Yeah, dude. Was I the only one that thought about like how terrible that would be to have to shit like that behind a tree?
It's pretty horrible.
Like the fact that there's almost definitely gonna be splashback on yourself.
Oh god, you have to use a leaf to wipe.
Dude, what a dude.
Camping 101.
Dude. I don't know, man. I would find like a fallen tree I can sit on. And at least have like a barrier, you know? I
Yeah,
don't know.
for real. Uh, you don't know life until you shit in the woods.
Well, you can shit in the woods without like just having it fly out with no barrier in between your legs and your butthole.
It's
Like,
true.
I don't
It's
know.
true. That
I don't
was
know,
it
dude.
was a messy shit that Dunk took.
This is a very messy shit.
My campsite did have a toilet, so yeah, okay. We're not. We don't camp as cutthroat as we used to. But trees in the show, they're a pretty big symbol. There's some symbolism in this show. Usually, tree represents life, and it also represents strength, both of which both of which Dunk embodies. So yeah, that's the main symbolism in the show. So Izzy, in Game of Thrones, is there anyone who's like truly good like to the core, other than Ned Stark?
Rob Stark. He's pretty good.
Okay.
Just being a good person.
Yeah,
He's okay.
but like
Well,
He doesn't do what he's told, but
yes, Andrew.
yeah. I mean, it depends on like how you think about what morality is, what honor is, I suppose.
Sure.
Because Rob got, this is a spoiler. I don't know if anyone sees Game of Thrones here.
Go for it.
not really.
Okay.
You got the permission.
Go for
All
it.
right. I don't want to spoil it, but basically, like he's betrothed to one person, but then, it happens, and then he falls in love with someone else and marries them, and kind of comes back to bite him in the ass.
Oh. But okay, so
I can forgive that. That's
Yeah.
not that bad.
So are good people just destined to die in Game of Thrones? Like, by the end of the show, are we only left with the morally ambiguous people?
In Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, well, House of the Dragon isn't over yet, but pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well,
This show's different, though.
But yeah, let's hope, because I like to think of Dunk and Egg as like truly good people. So let's hope that they prosper in
See,
a world that's...
Andrew's actually read all the novellas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the thing with like Dunk and Egg is like, it is heavily implied that Dunk is lying about his knighthood, basically.
Right.
But who actually cares? Yeah,
It's like the only person that would know that is dead, so...
And he acted like a knight, you know? I feel like that's the important thing.
Yeah, he was like honorable. Like, one of the big things about this season is that it seems like what it means to be a knight has been forgotten, and Dunk is kind of embodying like the amount of honor that a knight should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, there's like some asshole knights.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I'm joining now. Hello, my name's
Hello,
Andrew.
Andrew.
Hello.
Welcome to the Bookverse.
When it comes to Game of Thrones, I'm all about it.
And Undertale, apparently.
I do like Undertale, but it's not really as deep as Game of Thrones.
So, Andrew, does this first season tell like the entire story of the Hedge Knight, the first novella?
Absolutely. I think that they even added more. Like, there's nothing missing from the book in the show.
Okay, so by that logic, we should get at least 3 seasons where they're following like actual source material before they diverge from it and make up their own stuff.
Yeah, the showrunner claims to have gotten 10 to 12 additional novels or stories from George R. R. Martin himself to adapt, but we'll see how that actually goes. Now, season 2 is going to be, I think, a little weird, but season 3 is going to be it's going to be awesome.
Can you expand on that a little? Why is season 2 going to be weird? Is it...
There's going to be a lot of flashbacks to stuff that happened before the show.
Oh, so like kind of like
it's going to set up a lot of things.
Like even more so than season 1.
Yes,
they do that
I think. Well, there's a flashback in season 1 about the end of the Blackfire Rebellion, but I think we're gonna get even more of that in season 2, and in season 3 is it's gonna take those ideas. It's gonna be great. I can't really say all of it. But basically, that's how I think it's gonna go.
Okay, so as long as what we get is like based on source material from George, I think we should be good, because every time they divert from the source material,
bad.
It's terrible. And I've heard the same thing about House of the Dragon season 2, because the showrunner diverted from George's story, and George was apparently very displeased with that.
Yeah, George has outright said,
yeah,
this is no longer my show. This is no longer my story.
Yeah, which, like, mad respect for him because of that. Mad respect.
Like with, I guess I'm not going to say it too much, but, like, one of the murders that happens in House of Dragon in season 2,
They made it definitely TV friendly, and it was probably for the best. But a lot worse shit happened,
Oh, really?
and it was like disappointing for people. I haven't read the book, so because the book is kind of set up where it's based off of rumors, so it's like three perspectives, and they're just kind of telling the story from three different people's perspective that weren't exactly involved in the situation.
Oh, wow. That's really cool,
So
actually.
it definitely sounds like an interesting book, but for a show that's trying to follow that timeline, I could definitely see it being difficult.
Sure. Okay, wow.
And also, I think it's only one book, so they're really expanding it a lot.
Oh, House of the Dragon is only one book? Oh, wait. Isn't that like a fairly new story that George wrote? Or
I
am
think it's
I?
one of his newest books, other
Yeah.
than the comics.
Yeah. Because, like, there are only 3 Dunkin' Egg books. Which, man, the amount of time that's set, but, like, not, like, set between each book, but, like, the time in which the books are published. Because we get Hedge Knight in, what, 97, 98? And then the second one comes out in 2003, and then it's not until all the way till 2017 when we get the third one.
Really?
It's like,
Yeah,
George really just writes these books as inspiration hits him.
yeah. And when the first Dunkin' Egg came out, George had not even written like pretty much the entire focus of. All right, well, not the entire focus. We're focusing on Dunkin' Egg having wacky adventures, but
Yeah.
the undertones hadn't even been written yet in the first book. Like the part where they're like on the battlefield stripping knights of their goodies and all that. Yeah, that entire backstory was not written at the time of the first book,
Yeah.
but it
So
becomes important later on
like,
in the series.
let me see. A Clash of Kings came out 98. So it was published, or the Hedge Knight was published around, I think around the time the second book came out of Song of Ice and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty cool. Like he's establishing like the all the stuff that's happening beforehand before the before like he gets even too deep into his main series.
No, he definitely has a really nice fantasy world, and
Yeah.
it works really well.
If only he'll
Just
finish
wish he
it.
would write more.
Yeah,
I think it got too big.
if only he'll finish it.
He needs Sarah, A. Mass, or whatever her name is. Dude, she has written like 8 books of one series, 5 books of another,
Yeah.
and then 3 more, and it's all in the same universe.
And we only
King
need
can do it in a month.
Yeah, Stephen King could do it in a
He is
month.
jealous of Stephen King. He said so in interviews.
yeah, well to be fair, Stephen King will write a book about anything.
Yeah, but he's just so proficient.
It's
Yeah.
it's true. This is true.
I mean, people's creativity is different.
So, Andrew, you've read all the books in the Song of Ice and Fire universe.
I have not. I am currently reading the third one. Basically,
Is that Feast of Crows?
I finished Clash of Kings. I loved Clash of Kings. I started Storm of Swords,
Okay.
and then I went to college, and I'm like, I have no time for that.
Oh wow!
And then
so
the
it's been
ending
a
of the show came out, and I'm like, well, that was really disappointing, and I kind of fell out of it.
Sure.
But then the Hedge Knight brought me back. I was like,
Oh,
oh, dang it,
okay.
I want to read these books. I want to read more. Fine, I'll pick up a Storm of Swords again. So
It's the best one.
Okay.
I'm on the 5th one.
So Izzy, you've read all the released Song of Ice and Fire books, at least in the main series.
Not yet. I'm on the 5th one.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm the
like,
last
after that, you're pretty much good.
Yep,
So,
I'm done. I'm taking it slow because I'm like, maybe he'll come out with it in the next year or 2.
Copium. It's like I have them, like the 5 Song of Ice and Fire books, and I'm like, I don't want to read them till they all come out, but when they do
It's never happening.
when he only has 2 more. When he dies, people like, I think he hasn't completely ruled out someone else writing, like, finishing it up for him. But
I feel like I saw a rumor where he does have someone helping him.
yeah.
But
Yeah, at this point, he kind of needs to. But as soon
But
as
I think his biggest issue, because I think he has 1,000 pages, but it's going to be like because technically the fourth book is split up between the Feast of Crows and the Dance of Dragons. That's technically one book. It's like in the
oh
same
yeah,
timeline.
yeah, that I think I have heard that somewhere.
So I think he's just probably really struggling with condensing.
My theory My theory is that is that he's writing both books before he releases Winds of Winter, just so because like a lot of problems he seems to be coming across is that he's like writing himself in a corner in some places, and like he writes things that he doesn't ends up not liking later on because he's changed as a person slightly. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that he's writing Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring kind of sorted together before Winds of Winter even comes out. But that's at least just my hope. I'm personally waiting to pull the trigger on the rest of the Song of Ice and Fire universe for until he finishes that series. But once he does, or at least once the books all come out, that trigger's gonna get pulled, and it's gonna be glorious.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm pretty much just reading it because there's a lot different in the books that, I've heard that the show did really poorly.
Yeah.
But just banking on what you just said, he also has said that the fourth Dunk and Egg novella is pretty much complete.
Oh, okay.
And we may actually get that before anything else because he says that it's pretty much already done.
Okay.
Completely. But we don't actually know if that's true because I cannot take anything that George says without a grain of salt.
It's true.
Literally.
The salt shaker is on the table and I am pouring it into my mouth every time George says anything.
Okay. It's called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. At the end of the season, Egg's like, there are 9 kingdoms. By the end of the show, or the end of the novellas, will those 9 kingdoms be reduced down to 7, do we think?
No, I think it was just playing about how the title is everything about the title is wrong. Like a knight of the seven kingdoms.
He's not a knight.
He's not a knight. There's 9 kingdoms, and they're not even kingdoms because there's only one king. They used to be 7 kingdoms before the Iron Islands ruled the Riverlands, and there was a king there. King of the North, King of the Reach, King of the Dorne, King of the Westerlands, King of the other Stormlands, whatever. King of the Vale of Arryn, who the fuck cares about them? So it's traditionally called the Seven Kingdoms, even though they haven't been the 7 Anor kingdoms for quite a long time.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty fun, actually, because
that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it's all about people not being what they seem. Like Egg is not some stable boy.
Yeah.
He's actually,
a Targaryen.
A Targaryen. Lady Rowan, who's an added character to the show, the how do I say this? Like, she gets paid for sex. However,
she's a prostitute.
She claims to be Lady Rowan and is about to marry our Chad boy Raymond. So she's not who she says. So basically, it's kind of, I really liked how they did that. Okay. It's all about who cares what the names of anything are? Who cares what is actually true? It's all about perception. Perception is reality in that sort of sense.
Yeah. Wow. That's a really cool way to look at it.
Thank you.
This is why I brought you in.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So Dunk and Egg, or at least Dunk, or the series at least, I kind of get the impression that it's like, it feels like the Game of Thrones equivalent of Spider-Man, where it's like, while the big political shit is sort of happening in the background, mostly with the X-Men. We're following kind of a smaller story that's more on the street level. Either that or this is just like a period where not much is happening.
Yeah, I kind of like that comparison. I was thinking, like, Spider-Man is like Queens,
Yeah.
and then Daredevil is like 2 blocks in Hell's Kitchen.
Basically.
Yeah, Dunk is like Daredevil, I guess.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Do you think they'll run into Egg's father later down the road?
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting because the show is slightly different from the books. In the books,
No?
he
Okay.
doesn't show up. In the show though, at the end where it's just Egg's father is just like, where the fuck is my son?
Yeah.
Because Egg decided to fuck up. Yeah, that doesn't happen in the books.
Oh, okay. It's like
So who
for
knows? We'll
comedic
probably
moment.
see him again. He's interesting.
That
He's
would
getting
be
more interesting in the show.
I think that would be cool if they need like an interesting way to like tie the show up. Like if they ever wanted to like definitively end the show, regardless of what the books do.
Yeah, that is going to be a problem because if you read The World of Ice and Fire, there's a lot there that isn't fully fleshed out. But basically, man, we're going to get like a lifetime of these guys where their story is complete.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm here for it.
Although the show may be different, so you never know.
Well, I'm here for it. I look forward to what's coming next.
Yeah, this is a nice change of pace.
Yeah. So, Dunk's lack of intelligence, I think they do it really well. Because it's like a fine line, right? You don't want to make him come across as like a complete buffoon. You want him to be dumb enough that, dumb enough that he works well as like an audience surrogate. And that's what I think they were going to do, because other than that, at this point, we don't really know what's going on in the universe.
Yeah, I think he's got street smarts, but like he, but he also is very naive.
Yeah, it's true. That's what got him into the situation. And when Arian kills the horse, he's just like, yeah, he couldn't have done that on purpose. No true knight, like, or the Pacific would do that. Man, it must have been an accident. Must have been.
And then you have Egg, who's like,
yeah, Egg is like, that's my brother. He's a dick.
Yeah, like,
he's cutting
me,
his hair because he doesn't want hair like him.
Yeah,
Which that is.
I love the difference between those two characters too. Like Egg's like book smart, and he's kind of people smart too. Dunk is street smart and not much else.
Yeah, like Egg at least know what's going on in the world because he kind of has to, because he's a Targaryen. Like he's toward the top there.
And I mean, he's getting educated too as being a Targaryen.
Yeah, he'll be a good squire. He's been a good squire. Like, you remember that scene where he was training Dunk's horse to
thunder?
Yeah, like he was training him to get used to the jousting environment. I like that scene. I think that's a really good scene.
Yeah, I like it too. In the books, like at the final thing, like at the final battle, I guess, like the whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah.
The trial of 7. Dunk hesitates, and except like his horse's instincts come in, and like goes for him because like he's a veteran horse. But in the show, like you hear Egg screaming at the horse, like you saw Egg training the horse before.
Oh, so and like, it's more of a classical conditioning thing to Egg's voice. Then okay,
I like that change.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Can we talk about my favorite song in the whole show?
Oh, Alice of Three Fingers.
Alice of Three Fingers?
Yeah, the song about the 3-fingered whore who's really good at shoving her hand up men's assholes.
Okay. Oh my god.
Egg gets just really, he really thinks about it a lot.
I think it's a little.
It's like, well, you know,
That's right.
It's a symbol of hope.
I must have forgotten about that.
Oh, I haven't forgotten about
Yeah,
it.
this is a
Killed me.
But
this
that's
is a show
hilarious.
thing only. I forgot to.
So-
Oh my god.
Well,
I was
thought it was
cracking
wonderful.
up.
I gotta rewatch that then. Jesus.
You're missing out, bro.
I know. For real. That guy with the horns though, like the antlers.
Yeah, Lionel Baratheon.
He's pretty fun.
Favorite character.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's pretty fun, right?
Mm-hmm. Would show
I-
that
They really expanded on him.
I love his character. I love his actor. He's a little gay, but I love him.
What do you mean, butt?
There's no. I mean, there is butt, but
Yeah, and you love. Oh, there is a lot of butt
there is a lot of butt.
with a 3-fingered hand shoved into.
Yeah,
um,
he is my favorite character. He's just.
cause like
He's so good.
Cause like the first time we meet him and like Dunk's talking to him is like, ooh, something's gonna go down, and then like we forget that this isn't Game of Thrones. This is a much funnier show.
Yeah.
I'm just here to eat food.
I'm just here to eat food. All the flashbacks in the show kind of played like Family Guy cutaways. I like to think of them like that.
Never beat me unless I deserved it, and then he like flashed to like a fire in the fields behind him, and
Yeah.
getting the shit beat out of him. Like, what did he do? Like, did he set the field on fire or something? I don't know.
Andrew, what do you think of Sir Arlan's massive pipe?
Oh, the giant penis.
Yeah.
I thought it was, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot that you could really look into when viewing his knighthood,
I
as
agree.
the
I
showrunner
agree.
said.
Do you think it was
Like,
do you think it was CGI or practical effects, or do you think that was all natural?
yeah, they actually went into how it was a prosthetic.
They went into
It was a
that.
prosthetic, yes. Basically, Hodor in Game of Thrones had a prosthetic penis. So the same people who did that also did his penis. Except here's the thing, right? They were like, oh man, we had to make a giant prosthetic penis that can also pee.
Yeah.
So that's what they did.
They did
They
do
went
that.
and they researched this.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, like, is this Dunk storytelling? Because he seems to put Sir Arlan on a pedestal when he's just like goofy little guy.
Yeah.
He's kind of a weirdo.
Well,
So do you think Dunk like imagines him with a massive dong, or do you think he actually had the massive dong?
that's a good question. I don't think Dunk. We don't see Dunk in the scene where we see Arlan pissing, but we could. It
Dude.
could have been like his point of view. I assumed he was just sleeping in the hut that they were staying in.
Yeah, there was a whore in there too.
Yeah.
To use like the term, yeah, a prostitute.
So-
Sorry, that is the term I'm looking for. That
Okay.
term does not exist in the
Oh, okay. So
universe.
Dunk probably was not in that hut then, or maybe he was.
Nightly training.
Let's yeah.
He wants to do it the right way, right?
I don't think he could ever perform that way.
No.
Do you think like if you like look into his dong,
Mhm.
do you think that it like helped him joust because his lance was a little bit longer than, or much longer than everyone else's? Like, is that how he was able to unhorse the Grey Lion of House Lannister? And also, well, he broke. Well, he says 7 lances, but it was actually 4 lances against. I'm completely joking, by the way. I was about to be like, you think like he didn't break 7 lances with what is his name again? Baylor?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You think that's it's code for they actually banged 7 times, but it was actually 4.
Okay. Hey, good on him for even getting 4 out there. Most guys tap out at 3. No, most guys tap out at 2. The ones with the most stamina can go 3, but for 4, that's like unheard of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just table that. Actually, I'm sorry for saying that.
No, it's great. That was fantastic.
I don't want to table it.
Do
I
you
want
want
at
to
least
table it?
3 more minutes.
But
and
let's
I'm
keep
good.
going.
Oh, 3
Let's
more
keep talking
minutes.
about the
Okay, my
dog.
real question.
As 3 more lances.
Are we talking about the penis still? For 3 more minutes?
For sure. For
7
sure.
minus 4
How
is.
I'm
does he
joking,
walk
I'm
around
joking.
with that thing?
How did he ride a horse with that thing?
Ow!
He shouldn't be allowed to joust because he's going in with 2 of them.
Yeah, do you think he
We're
can joust
heavy.
2 people
We're
at
heavy
once?
on the javelin metaphors.
Fantastic. Anywho, Izzy, what were you gonna say?
I love Baylor.
Yeah.
Daddy died.
Yeah.
What did you
What a
guys
cool
think of
guy.
Baylor?
He was,
Like, as a character?
he was a cool dude. Sad that he died.
I found him respectable because he was in a weird situation.
Yeah. Like, it's
feel like
kind of
that was
like, don't follow, because he's a Targaryen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, kind of don't follow family just for the sake of it. Follow, like, what's morally good. Like, that's the, like, was he a knight? Was he a knight, or was he just Targaryen?
Andrew just walked away. Damn it.
Knight or not, he kind of encompasses what a knight should embody, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I definitely think having Dunk there really kind of inspires him to be better.
Yeah.
And that I think, no one's standing up for him. Oh God, what's his last name? The Apple guy basically screwing him over. Fossaway. Thanks, Andrew. Screwing him over. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna help this guy out. He's a good guy. It was an accident. He was standing up for someone else.
Ah, yeah.
My nephew is a dweeb.
He's a little shit.
He's a little shit. I will say the one thing I find interesting, what is the older brother's Targaryen's name?
Like the asshole?
No,
Or the drunken guy?
the drunk guy,
Daeron.
Daeron.
How does he just pull that out?
Because
He read the books.
Books a lot of times have alliteration, like there's Daeron, the drunken, DD. And they all
Okay.
Oh my
and
God, they actually
Baylor
call him drunken?
is Baylor Breakspear. Because he's a really good knight, but you don't actually see that in the show.
So he is a knight.
Oh, okay.
He's supposed to be the best knight in the Seven Kingdoms, but at this point. I think the show doesn't really show
okay.
just how much of a Chad this guy actually is.
So I guess that would mean that his death is going to kind of reverberate throughout the entire kingdoms. Kingdom/kingdoms. If
all
he,
7.
all 7 of them.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the show really doesn't go into just how good of a guy that is. Like, everybody loved the dude. He's like a really good knight.
I'm guessing the book expands on that more.
Yeah, I think so. I think it does expand. It's a few lines will just be like, man,
Okay.
this is Baylor Breakspear. He's fucking cool. But in the show, it's just like, it's just another guy. Which I thought was kind of a shame.
Gotcha. Izzy, I kind of cut you off there. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
What were you going to say?
So I really like how the first song, I already forgot his name. Daeron. Sorry. He kind of has the Targaryen thing where they can they have like dreams where they can tell the future.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mentioned in House of Dragon. I think it's Helena who can do that as well. But
so it's just a select few Targaryens then?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not every.
And I think
does the
Oftentimes,
does the
Aegon
Daenerys have that ability?
kind of dream. Yeah. Like, it's cool to be able to, like, see it continue, because I feel like in Game of Thrones, it's pretty much gone at that point.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask.
I don't think Dany has any of that.
all the Stark children have wolf dreams.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Well, I mean, you
In
still have the
books.
magic.
In the books, that is.
Yeah, the magic is really toned down in the show.
That's because it kind of fades away. But in Game of Thrones, you can like see there's different ways in which it's reawakening. Like when they're just like, "Oh, I've prepared the wildfire for you, Tyrion." Except the old recipes was much more effective than it was in years past. I don't know, like if there's like seasons of magic or something. Like the dragons are all gone in the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, so it's
Okay.
like sort of fading out in this show.
So that's kind of all I have about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It sounds like generally we all enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Would you watch a second season, Nick?
Yes, and I'll start with episode 1.
Yeah, starting with episode 5 is rough.
Yeah.
It was weirdly disarming because it starts off like a first episode.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean? Like I was lulled into a first episode vibe.
Especially if it was like a how did we get here type thing, and it was like 5 days earlier type deal.
I thought it was just like we started off with his childhood. That's all it was. And
Yeah,
like I was
it's
like,
true.
oh, we're here. Sick.
Yeah.
He's doing child shit. Yep. This is
doing child shit.
Yeah.
He's in a
Drama.
He's in a fight to the death. Or
well,
you
no,
at
I
least
mean the
watch
flashback.
it.
I mean the
Yeah.
flashback
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, it's
You know.
I thought the flashback was cool. It's not in the books, but I really like the line where it's like, "Hey, do you have any words to say to this dying knight so that he doesn't go to hell with the rest of us?" Like, why does Rafe and why do Dunk think that these guys are just that much better than them? Like, they are doomed to hell just because they are low-born people.
Sad.
Like, you could imagine that frame of thought.
Yeah, it's the propaganda that the whoever's part of the High Kingdom spreads.
I mean, they've always treated Flea Bottom like crap.
Yeah, they've been told they're crap their entire
It's
life.
literally called
Like,
Flea
they really
Bottom.
think
Yeah.
there's no redemption for them. Like, it's just all shit.
So, Andrew,
Yes.
without giving away too much, what can you tell us about where Dunk and Egg might be heading next?
I'm glad you asked because it's going to be kind of interesting. They say that they're going to Dorne at the end of the show.
Oh,
In the book.
Okay.
In the books, they say the same thing. Basically, the only reason they're doing it is because, like, they're following Tanzel, like the girl who got her finger broken, and Dunk's like, that's a fine shit right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So they go into Dorne and they just like go to a bunch of puppet shows. But here's the thing: the second book, it's all like they're not even in Dorne anymore.
Oh, okay. So all that, I guess, happened.
It's gonna be like a flashback, I guess.
Oh, so they're told out of order then, kind of, huh? It at least skips over that whole thing.
Yeah, he does like remember like what happened in Dorne, but then they just go back to doing Hedge Knight stuff.
Okay.
Serve lords, yeah, do tournaments and stuff.
Classic Hedge Knight stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool vibes though. Like it opens in a drought. So like, yeah, and there's a lot of. I'm expecting a lot of flies. Like there's a lot of fly imagery.
Gross.
A lot of insect imagery.
But
Awesome. That's gonna
Because like yeah,
that's gonna be great.
I'm ready for that. The cinematography to be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cinematography in this season was pretty good.
it was.
I
I
agree,
enjoyed
especially
it.
the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is probably my favorite.
Episode 5 was great for that too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, episode 4 is good too. With like
I really liked episode 4.
like when he walks out, like he's like, oh, there's gonna be a trial of 7, and go find 6 other knights, and then Dunk walks out of the castle, and then like it just jumps to him like a little bit further from the castle, and the weather's all different. It's raining, it's pouring. Like when you left the castle, it wasn't.
I mean, I guess it was supposed to be a stand-in for medieval England. I think that tends to happen there.
You don't like the weather? Wait 5 minutes.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna crack open a cold one. Sorry.
Alright, but that's all I had for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Season 1. Does anyone have anything else they want to talk about?
Well, I could ask you guys questions about people who haven't read the books, like how they perceived certain things. But I think like the one that I was most interested in was how you perceived Baelor, because I thought, he dies, and it's like, oh my god, he's dead.
Yeah, he was a really cool
And
guy. I didn't even pick up that he was a Targaryen.
yeah, so that's what I thought. Like, the show
Like
didn't
maybe
really
they
do
didn't
well.
drive it home enough.
Yeah, maybe, or they speak in Old English, which, if you're just listening to it, is like there's kind of a learning curve there. So it's like you kind of have to get a little bit more used to it. By the end of the show, I was pretty used to it, but those first few episodes were kind of rough. As I gotta listen closely, especially because I only watched one season of Game of Thrones, and that was years ago. So it was like basically going in cold turkey.
Well, thank you for going in for me. I watched this show and I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good.
Hell yeah!
Like, we will not be doing an episode on season 3 of House of Dragon. I refuse to talk about it. I'll watch it.
Dude,
Yeah, what's going on in that show? I was like, oh, that's interesting. We're doing this.
First season was
That's
good,
cool.
and then the second season, like, the first half was okay, and then it got really weird.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing, do they diverge even more from the source material than they did in even season 2?
I guess so. I haven't really read the book, so like I have no idea what's next. Like I think I've read like synopses. I mean, I know what happens in the end,
Sure.
but like the setup that they're doing, I'm just confused.
Like I said, if he ever reads, or if he ever publishes the other two, I will be ready to read all of them.
Big if.
Every single book in this series.
Why I'm taking so long with the 5th one. I don't want to sit with it.
Yeah. Nick, you thought Baelor was a cool guy too? I think we talked about.
Dude.
I think we talked about this.
I think it's
quite a bit
really,
earlier.
really hard to do what he did, which is like he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I feel like he made the morally correct and tough decision.
Yeah. Which is
All right, but here's the thing.
I didn't know he was a dope knight and shit, which I feel like I could have known. Because I didn't know that about him. I thought he was just some bureaucrat dude more than a knight. I didn't get that from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also just a cool ass guy too.
Yeah,
he's this fair dude.
Yeah, bureaucrat, but also pretty cool. That's the impression I got from like the first time he meets Dunk, as well.
Yeah, but then the Baratheon guy brings up a good point. After he said in the last episode, he's just like, he actually didn't risk anything.
Yes,
I risked my life.
Yes,
but
that was
the
based
thing is-
too. That was based.
Yeah, I thought that's not in the books. I thought the show added that, and he's completely right. I
He's
think.
totally
He's
right.
like, oh, he
Yeah.
fought against. All right, let's list them here. 3 Kingsguard. The Kingsguard are not allowed to hurt him at all.
Yeah,
So,
that's
like,
why
this-
it was his brother that did him in. But
Yeah.
like that was such an interesting point he brought up, and I didn't think about it at all. I only was giving him so much credit because he happened to die. But going into it, you're totally right. Like he had the least skin in the game as far as worrying about his life.
Yeah, he's going up against 3 Kingsguard, 3 of his own family members. One of them wants to take a dive. And then there's Stefan Fossaway, but who the fuck cares? So yeah, he didn't really risk all that much. He thought he was just going to cruise through this.
Yeah.
Which wasn't very honorable, I guess. But he died.
Yeah.
He's the one who was least likely to die, but he died.
Yeah.
And that's why at the end he was like when Dunk was lamenting the fact that he died, he was like, I guess something about the gods' fate not favoring him for some reason. And I was like,
Dang. Does that
You're
make
spinning.
Does that make his death all the more tragic, do we think?
I just don't know enough, I guess.
He was the least likely to die, but was the only one who did.
I mean, it's tragic because I think he was in line to be king, and he definitely would have been a good king.
Yeah.
So it's just it's taken away from the it's leading to the craziness that is the Targaryen family that leads to the revolution and everything that happens in Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah. So we kind of see the start of that then.
Yeah, Dunk is like, hey, why would the gods kill a king but leave me? Like, is
Right,
is
right.
the realm gonna need my hand and foot at some point?
Dang.
Hey, they're just gonna have to watch the rest of the show to find out. I don't
Aw.
even know.
There we
I don't
go.
even really know because like it's not really that fleshed out.
I mean,
Although
he is mentioned in Game of Thrones.
Oh, is
In
he?
book.
in Game of Thrones?
Oh, in
Yes,
the
he
book.
is. I think just
The book in the show.
really.
Well, yeah, there's like a book of nights that like I don't know if you remember the last season where Brienne writes Jaime's chapter and like just basically lies about how.
You mean the non-canon season?
Well, no, they mentioned him before, but that like the book that Brienne writes in, that book was also mentioned.
But I thought that book was only for the King's card.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Wait, really? Dunk?
yeah, it's like
What?
it's, oh shit! All right, well, I guess if you haven't paid that much attention to Game of just forget everything I just said.
Holy shit!
I was about to wait. Am I missing something here?
Yeah, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I missed something.
Okay.
I just, from what I know from what I've read the book so far, that Brienne, who's one of the Lady Knight, her father has his shield.
And George Martin confirmed that they are related somehow, but nobody knows how. People think that old Nan, who tells Bran stories, this is a completely batshit insane theory. They think that Dunk and old Nan hooked up and created Hodor.
What?
Dunk isn't part
Bro, what?
Yeah, the only good supporting facts for that theory is one, old Nan mentions Sir Duncan the Tall because he's like, "Oh, you want to listen to the story of Sir Duncan the Tall, Bran?" And then Bran's just like, "I've heard that a million times from you, Nan." And the fourth book that hasn't come out yet is set in the North, so people like are speculating. Oh yeah, Dunk and old Nan got it on and then created Hodor because I think Hodor is old Nan's child. So basically, the only thing is like Hodor is tall and old Nan knows who Sir Duncan the Tall is.
Yeah.
Hodor is kind of dumb.
Yeah, but that's because in the show there's like some timey-wimey bullshit where he like goes back in time through like Hodor's mind. Anyway, yeah, I don't think it's true, but it's really funny.
Time travel in this universe.
Well, sort of. Like, he basically possesses Hodor through his past self to save his future self.
Dang.
Yeah. So fun.
Is that in books?
That's crazy.
I don't know.
I haven't
I
gotten to
don't
that
think
part.
it is, but
I remember that part in the show, but I don't know which season it was.
It's okay, Izzy. George R. Martin hasn't gotten to that part either.
Thank God.
I think that is the idea that I think it was George's idea to do that because
Well, yeah, because the belief is that how they ended up doing the second half of Game of Thrones was based on George's notes for
Yes.
the rest of his series, and that's why it's taking so long because because people didn't like it, and I kind of think he's taking the wrong message away from it because I think it was mostly an execution thing, not like a storyline thing.
I think if that is his true plot, I think if he just fleshes it out more, I think more people will accept it.
I
Yeah.
agree with both of you.
Because it was kind of batshit out of left field of what's a lot of stuff that happened. It was just very out of character for a lot of the characters, and all the development was thrown away.
Yeah, Danny just burns to King's Landing, and in the show it's so random. But
Yeah, it's just
there were hints of it happening in the books, but
so.
the showrunners just decided, you know what?
It's just they didn't flesh it out, and I think the book would definitely help.
Yeah.
If you could just flesh it out, if it's the same, like, I think people will accept it if it's written well.
Yeah. I think at this point he's going back and doing something, trying to do something completely different.
It must suck for him, though. What if they redid those seasons when the book comes out?
On the one hand, I think people would accept that. On the other hand, I don't know how they do it because I think I would think all the actors have moved on to other things at this point.
I bet.
Yeah.
Just bring Kit Harington back. It's fine.
Oh yeah, did you know that Daeron's actor, the drunk guy who has visions in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, his actor actually auditioned for Jon Snow at first. All of those years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Rude.
So that kind of reminds me of have you guys seen Parks and Rec?
No.
Oh. Okay. Nick, you've seen Parks and Rec.
Sorry.
Yes.
So the guy who plays Ben, right?
Yeah.
He originally, way back in the day, auditioned to play Jim in The Office. But
Oh, Adam Scott.
yeah, he auditioned to be Jim, but
I think I saw one of the old interview tapes.
Yeah. The audition tape, yeah. And John Krasinski didn't get it, but then it's cool. It's cool. It's a good parallel there. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Like Jack
I'm a big Adam Scott fan.
I know him in Parks and Rec.
He's in a lot of like Will Ferrell movies. He's in a lot of them.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's in Step Brothers. I gotta watch Step Brothers. Oh yeah, I saw him in Krampus. That was a bad movie. Nick, anything you'd like to leave us off with?
Yeah. Next time we gotta get like 3 more minutes on the hog, and I'm good.
Excellent. Excellent.
The next schlong.
Next schlong.
We'll make the part long.
We need
gotta-
more.
yeah.
We need more long.
We'll prolong that segment. We got it. All right. Well, if that is it, then we'll see you all next time.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.